Hello, everybody, and hello to my replay viewers. Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving me your time. I know that Facebook is building my list and my viewers list somewhere in the background. So in the meantime, I'll try to get used to the new format. I got the new phone, so I'm still trying to get used to the interface and everything. So my name is Bogdan. Just in case you stumble upon this live and you're not really sure who I am, or you randomly stumble upon it. And actually, today I wanted to talk a bit about celebrating your wins, and I'll tell you why I got to that point. And it's been a while since I had a Facebook Live. I've been away, I've been traveling on the road a lot again, and actually I went home to see my family, and my mom was a bit spoiled with food, all the food she made for me. By the way, please let me know if you can hear me, if everything is okay with the sound. So, as I was saying, what's the point of, or why do I talk about celebrating my wins? I was looking back at the time I spent last month for my own learning. As you know, I'm a big fan of self-directed learning. Hello, Anna, thank you for joining. And I have a monthly goal of at least 20 hours spent for my own learning and growth and development and so on and so forth. But those 20 hours would be theoretical learning. So reading and watching classes and participating in online tutorials and coaching groups and masterminds and so on and so forth. So that's one of my goals that I've been trying to stick to for the past 7 months, 8 months, something like that. So 20 hours minimum per month for my own growth and development and learning, plus all the time that comes with it in terms of having the practical approach and the practical activities related to that learning. So obviously it's more than 20 hours, but that was my initial goal. And this is coming from thank you, Matt. Yeah, well, it's not only about the learning copil, it's about everybody learning and becoming a better version of themselves. But one of the main things that was related to the self-directed learning model, hello Jill, thank you for joining, is the whole idea of celebrating your progress and celebrating your wins and celebrating your achievements. When, like, I remember when I was in school and I was learning something new, I was all excited and happy, and yes, I finally understood it. Yeah, I was celebrating my progress. Yes, I hope so, Matt. Thank you. But then it came to a point, so of course you learn something and there's this learning curve, and then you realize you've learned a lot, but then you come to a point where your progress isn't that obvious anymore. So you're like, okay, so I'm spending all this time trying to learn something, but I see no progress. And that's when we actually get to lose the joy of learning or of doing anything. I'm talking about the learning in this case because that's what we started the conversation with, but I'll swap it in a minute to another example. So we sort of lose sight of, hey, I'm actually progressing. Yeah, maybe slower than before, but I'm actually progressing. And we often forget to celebrate that those small achievements and those small steps forward and that progress. And that actually makes us lose enthusiasm and maybe lose focus. So that's something that I always encouraged all the people I was working with, be it students in the classroom, like, hey, don't forget you are making progress. Don't forget to celebrate that progress, and don't forget to count the steps forward that you're making. Even though they might be small steps, that might actually help you with your focus and with your enthusiasm. But then something else happened last week, and it's not related to learning necessarily. It's related to what's happening with everything I'm trying to do these days, like growing my business and having the essential oil presentations and doing the Google trainings and launching my online course. I've been working on it in secret, by the way. I'll let you know when it's coming out. But I had 2 weeks, as I said, when I was home, and I was like, I didn't really feel satisfied with my progress. I didn't feel like I'm advancing enough. I was a bit down, so to say. The good thing is, though, that I am part of a mastermind. So every Monday we meet and we talk about, hey, this is what I'm trying to achieve this week, and the next week we are looking back and saying, yeah, this is what I actually achieved from what I was trying to do, and this is what didn't work so well. So it's more like an accountability group. So we help each other stay accountable and stay on track and stay focused on what we are trying to achieve. And then that was a Monday meeting that I wasn't really happy about, because I was like, well, I wanted to shoot the videos, but I didn't, and I wanted to do this, but I didn't, and I wanted to do that, but somehow it didn't happen. So I was feeling like, hey, yeah, I didn't manage to do all the things I wanted to do. So felt a bit like a failure. But then at the end of the meeting, I was like, oh, and by the way, I did manage to book my trainings for the autumn. So that means a lot of traveling and a lot of trainings in Germany, in Switzerland, in Finland, in Denmark, and Norway, and some other places. And everybody was like, are you crazy? So you've managed to do all of these things in this week and you're unhappy because you didn't manage to do some of the other things you had on your list. Why are you not celebrating? And that's when I had that flashback moment. It's like, yeah, exactly like with the learning idea, I sort of forgot to celebrate these things. Why? Because I've been doing it for several years now, and it sort of seems like, okay, it's natural for me to be there and train people and travel and whatnot. But actually, I should be celebrating that because it is an awesome tool. It is an awesome lifestyle, so to say, for which I've been working hard. Like those 5-6 trainings in different countries didn't just show up. I had to work for them. Yeah, I worked in the past, but I actually had to work for them. And that reminded me the whole idea of, hey, dude, slow down, celebrate your wins, celebrate your progress, celebrate the fact that, yeah, the work is paying off. Maybe it's not visible at first, and maybe it takes a longer time to book something or to arrange a training or to have a presentation for the oils or to get the online class on track. But still, there are wins and steps forward that I'm taking towards those goals. So here I am. I'm doing this Facebook Live more also as another reminder for me that I should not forget about celebrating these things and celebrating those small wins and what's happening every day. And also maybe to inspire some of you as well to just think about what's happening. What are the wins? What are those small steps that you can celebrate and how you can celebrate them, and also not to forget about them. Okay, we might have the big vision in sight and the end goal, but along the way, there are many things we can be happy for and grateful. That's another thing that I'm still trying to get into my normal routine, having the daily gratitude journaling related to the same idea, celebrating and being grateful for all the steps forward. So that was my sort of message for today. So thank you for joining. If you have any questions, or if you want to share some of this some experiences that are similar, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and hope to see you soon in my next Facebook Live or somewhere in the world. So all the best from Prague. Wish you a great evening or day depending on where you are in the world, and thank you for joining. See you soon.